Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to the House of M. I'm Candace and today we're going to be doing my nails. If you watch my previous video, you will see that I am using a lot of the nail stuff that I purchased on today's nails. I really did get some inspiration from Pinterest. Gotta love Pinterest when it comes to really finding some nail designs. Usually I do not do any nail designs for myself just because I'm a basic girl. We did decide to do a nice, heart, clean, simplistic design, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. With all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
So this is the nail look. We are going to keep it super simple because I'm a simple bitch and I like things in that nature. My nails have been free of gel X for about 2 weeks. When my son was visiting me, he really did not like them. So per his request, I did not redo my nails, and so we are now back at it with another gel X application. As before, we're going to be using these false nails. I ran out of a few sizes that I normally use, and so right now is what you're seeing me doing is actually sizing them up to see if they're actually going to reach from side to side, as well as how it fits on my cuticle. So everything was fitting pretty right. Once I get the right sizes, I then grab my nail file and I start to smooth out the sides as well as the cuticle area so that it's not so harsh around my nails. I don't know if this really does make any difference, but for me it really does, especially because I feel like my hands are a little sensy. So right after filing it down, I'm going to use my drill. Now I know when you look at the nail, there's actually a place where you wouldn't really need to do this. However, I noticed that when I actually do some more sanding in the inside of the fake nail, it just adheres better. Like, I don't know how to else explain it other than if you don't do it, it kind of doesn't really adhere at all. And so I've just learned to continue to use my drill bit to file down the inside of the nail. We're gonna go ahead and prime them so that I don't forget. Honestly, sometimes I forget to prime the nails, so we're gonna be using this primer. This is also an additional adhesion layer for me. Again, I'm not sure why, but it just works. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I don't know what else to say, but try it if you haven't already. So I'm just applying it to all of the nails. And once it has been applied, I'm gonna let them dry for at least a couple minutes just to ensure that they're actually in that tacky state and not so much of this kind of like wet texture. After that, I'm going to go into my actual nails and we're going to dehydrate them. This is going to remove any of the excess oil that would be on my physical nail right now. And I kind of make sure and see, like, do I need a second coat? Is it really oily, or am I just like overthinking it? I like to double check and give myself like 1 and 2 seconds. This is just sped up, so I'm literally taking my time. When I'm doing this, but definitely take your time when you're looking at the dehydrator. You can also use an alcohol wipe if you want. I personally just really do like the dehydrator. After the dehydrator, I'm going to now move in with the primer onto my actual nails now. And same thing as the dehydrator, I'm just going to go ahead and lay a nice thin layer of the primer. I don't want it too gooky or thick because we're going to be putting a base coat on there again anyway. And so it just seems unnecessary to have like a really thick layer of primer on when we're going to put on another layer. So after the primer is good and it's been set, we're going to move into the Peel Base Base Glue. Gosh, say that 15 times. The Peel Base Glue. And this is the one that is running out. If you saw my previous video, which is the skincare haul, I ordered another one. So I wanted to use the remaining of this one into this last set. And so you see me scraping it. It's because this is the last bottle, and honestly this bottle lasted me a very long time. I got the beginning of my Gel X products probably around June of last year, so it lasted me a good couple sets. So if you're wondering how long that lasts, once the base gel is on, I'm going to go ahead and use my small brush as I dip it into acetone to wipe away any excess gel that may have spilled over, just to make sure that it's cleaned up and I don't have the actual gel on my hands because it is toxic and it will irritate the crap out of it. After that, I went ahead and cured my nails for about 60 seconds. So once it's done curing for those 60 seconds, I then go in and use another buffer. This is just to add in additional adhesion again to the actual nail application. Again, I don't know why it works, but it just works, so try it out. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the false nail onto my actual nail. And so I have my little lamp here ready. I then used a new base coat for my Gel X. Now I have to say that this brand, it's super different than what was part of the kit. This brand is more liquidy. And what I mean liquidy, as the one that is in the kit that I got was way thicker. And so when I started to apply this, I noticed it's super thin. And I don't really need to apply so much. And it was really nice, actually, if I'm going to be quite honest. It's probably like one of my favorites so far as like a base coat. When I apply it, I make sure that I am looking over as how it's being placed. I go one side to the left, the other side to the right, and then in the middle, I kind of like allow the remaining excess of the gel be placed right there in the middle. And so I gently put it on top of my nail just to see how it's being laid, and that's why I turn my finger to the side so I can see exactly how much gel is actually being placed on there. Because if I don't look over to the side and I try to cure it, one, I probably don't have enough on the top because the way that my nail bed is, it's shaped as a curve, and so I don't need a lot of gel on the side. It's mostly I need a lot of gel in the middle. And you'll notice here coming up when you see my thumb that I applied enough gel for the side, but I didn't apply enough directly in the middle. And so again, this is the reason why I turn it to the side so that I can really see how much gel I need. And if I didn't apply a lot more, or if I didn't apply enough, I can at least take it off and reapply it again, remove any excess that may have spilled over with the acetone, and then go ahead and cure it. Once I was done cleaning this up with the acetone, we move on to the next step, which is curing the whole hand for about 60 seconds. Honestly, sometimes I do 120 seconds if I'm feeling like it's not cured all the way, but this gel, I'm telling you, it was working magic. So I only cured it for 60 seconds. Once we were done curing it for 60 seconds, we went ahead and removed my gloves, and we are going to now actually file down the sides as well as the tips of the nails so that it actually fits my style. After my nails are filed down from each side as well as smoothing down the tips, I then go in with my drill bit and I go ahead and buff everything out again. This drill bit basically is me cleaning up any excess gel that I wasn't able to get with the file. It also allows me to have a more smoother base when it comes to applying the nail polish. So then after I file it down with the big buffer, I then go in with a smaller drill, and this will allow me to actually get in between my nails because I want to make sure that if any gel did spill over underneath, that it is actually going to be removed and not hang in there. And remember, this is toxic chemicals that you are putting onto your hand, and so anything that is underneath the nail bed or is blocking from any natural nail from growing is only going to cause more problems from you. You may receive like thin nails, brittle nails because of that extra adhesion of the gel. And so it's really important for you to make sure that you're getting underneath your nail as well. Once I'm done using the thin drill bit, we're going to now go into the buffer one more time, and we're just going to sand it down just to smooth it out. This is actually not really necessary. However, I have really enjoyed the way it just becomes super smooth. So we're pretty much done with the application. We got all the hard stuff out of the way. Now it's just a fun part, which is actually painting the nail. These nails, like this nail color, I'm telling you, is probably one of my favorite nude nail colors because I have to say, as an African American woman, it's kind of hard finding a nude shade that actually works well for me. And when I saw this color on Amazon, I was like, please fit me, like, please, please fit me. And so this nail color is super fire, as you can tell, like it really just fits my nail bed perfectly. And I saw this picture on Pinterest, and we're going to try to replicate it. I was not really fantastic at it when it came to the actual right side of my hand, just because I am a right dominant hand, and I knew that my left hand would look more better. After applying the first coat of the base, I went ahead and cured the nails for about 60 seconds. And then I went in with that gel color, which will be listed in my Amazon store for you if you would like to purchase. Once I started to paint the nails, I noticed that it became a little like clumpy and it became a little hard inside of the actual like gel container. And I was freaking out. I was like, what is going on? And then I realized, Candace, you silly, silly girl, you have this gel in the sun. So it literally was getting clumpy because it was drying. That's how hot it is, or that's how hot it was being incubated in that container. So you don't see me really painting a lot of the nails just because I had to basically freeze the gel so that it doesn't get hard anymore. After that, I applied the gel to the nail, cleaning up the sides with the acetone. I cured each set with one coat. After one coat, I then cured it for 60 seconds. After that, I went ahead and grabbed the black nail polish and my tool that came with the kit, and I dabbed the black nail polish into it, put those little dots, and then just connected them to make little bitty hearts. This came out really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought this was gonna come out really crappy just because of the way that my right hand did, but it really did come out super simple but yet super cute. And this is just me beginning to try out Valentine's Day looks. So this was look number 1, and I was really happy with how it came out. After the application of the nail hearts, I went ahead and cured it for another 60 seconds. After that, I put on a shiny top coat, cure that one more time for 60 seconds, and I removed the gloves after that. After the gloves have been removed, I went ahead and filed down my nails one more time to ensure that if there was anything that was left over, it is not on my physical nail, because again, of the chemicals, I don't want that on my hand at all. And once that was done, I then brushed off any dust excess, and I went ahead and applied my cuticle oil. And that is pretty much the whole look, you guys. I just want to thank everyone for watching my Gel-X video, as well as just your comments. They're always welcome, always going to accept criticism. But other than that, though, I really do want to say I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you would like to see more of my nail inspo, beauty, skincare, self-care, anything in that nature, please make sure you follow Soft Libra Co, because as a tomboy, I don't really get to show a lot of my girly stuff. And so Soft Libra Co is literally my other side of Candace. So with that all being said, you guys, thank you again so much for listening and watching today's video. Please make sure to give this a thumbs up. This lets me know that you would like to see more nail content. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys at my next video. Bye guys.